When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. And the Vols will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes with the return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will start this game off with the football. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be in that Heisman ceremony.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but the catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll pull it on the read. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the rim.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. The Volunteers offense will get the ball for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, you make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Max got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. Got a little space. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Special teams proving to be special. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Keeps looking downfield. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Vols decide to punt it away. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to go up top. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Tennessee, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Addison. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll give it to the back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Addison. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Off the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the run. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out.
Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, South Carolina. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Rushes on him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. Throwing on the run. He's got it inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
South Carolina, 43. Tennessee, 3.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Moving away from pressure. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Here's the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Now the play fake. Fires on the move. Working that left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. To the air on first down. Dances away to buy time. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Vols will have it 1st and 10.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
The Volunteers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Cherry. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. He splits the upright. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
South Carolina, 43.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here is the Tennessee offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
50, Tennessee, 6.
On the run from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Touchdown, South Carolina. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? The Vols will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this team is dominating this game on offense, on defense, and on special teams. They're piling on here this time with a phenomenal punt return. Oftentimes on these returns, you got to make one guy miss, and then you just let your athleticism take over. That's exactly what happened. Total domination by this team in this game.
Tennessee, 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got him. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They go to the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Quarterback on the keeper. He'll try to take it back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They... And that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. He leaves it with his back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Grabbed behind the line, it's Burr. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Well, I think these guys have gone completely mental. They have lost their minds. The punt team is on the field, and they're in the red zone. So here is the Tennessee offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. Now facing a third and long. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. On the ground, it's Addison. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Cherry. Breaks into the open. Powers through. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. And the Volunteers will line it up on first and 10. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's on target and complete. They go up top and get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Gamecocks are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They get to him as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Harvey. He'll pull it down and run. Ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job finishing.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Vols come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the back. Makes a man miss. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Looking for room. It's Addison. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Harvey. Buys a little extra time. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle.
He wants to go deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Harvey. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer.